So I thought to do a little video about the current events and stuff that's going on in the world. About 6 years ago now, started an organisation which is now a charity called An Hour for Others. Basically, because I wanted to see a change in the world. I wanted to see a world where people help each other, where people give each other time, respect, share skills and help each other in our community. People who are struggling and, people who aren't as fortunate as ourselves, people whose lives have hit hard times through bereavement, illness, poverty, things like that. I wanted to build a community um, where we all just helped each other, shared, and when times are bad for certain people, we were there to back them up. And it's been working over 6 years. It's been building and building. Um, I think what's happening in the world now, it's never been so clear that we need to unite, we need to come together to help each other. It's sad to see the riots and stuff what's going on in America, and um, it's heartbreaking some of the stuff that I'm seeing. You know, we aren't separate from each other. Doesn't matter what colour you are, what religion, what political persuasion you are, we're all the same. You know, we've got to realise that we're humans, we're human beings before anything. Politics, religion, colour, creed, whatever it is, it should never come before the fact that we're all the same, we're all human beings, we're all here on this planet, and every one of us deep down wants the same thing. We want to be happy, we want to live in a peaceful world, we want our kids to be able to thrive. And I think now's the time we need to start realising this and realising our own power, and how things can be amazing for us if we just realise that we're all the same, and that's what we all want. For too long we've been separated, we've been divided, we've lived in fear. There's been so much hate spread around the world, and it's created chaos. you know and now it's time for peace, now it's time for unity, now it's time for people to awaken and realise that we can create a better world, we can create an amazing world, and it starts with each one of us realising this. I think that was the reason why I started the charity An Hour for Others, because I was sort of complaining all the time about the world I was seeing, about the greed, about the corruption, about people's lives. So many people were struggling, and I was constantly complaining about it, but nothing was changing. And I realised, hold on, if I want to see a better world, then I've got to act as if that better world is already here. So I've got to change myself first before your outer reality changes. You've got to change your inner reality. You've got to change inside, and that's what I've done. And once you do that, people around you become inspired. People automatically see you act in a certain way, and you're being respectful, you're being kind, you're not judging other people, you're helping where you can, and next minute it's addictive. Other people want to be part of that, and people are inspired. So every single person has got a responsibility to, if you want to live in a better world, start living that way, start being that way. You don't get involved in the chaos, don't get involved in the separation, don't get involved in the division. You start inspiring others, you start being kind, being respectful, not judging other people. It's been one of the things I've noticed over these last few months, is that so many people have got different opinions on everything what's going on in the world. Um, you know, Basically, it shows to me that all of us see through a different lens. We see reality a different way. I don't think I've spoke to another person who's got the same views and opinions as me. And likewise, I haven't seen two people who've had the same opinion. But what's the point in arguing over your opinion? At the end of the day, it's your truth, how you see reality. That's your truth. You know, as long as you're comfortable with that, that's fine. But you don't have to impose your truth on somebody else. It doesn't mean you're right and they're wrong. And likewise, it doesn't mean that they're right and you're wrong. You know, to be honest, we don't know, do we? But it's just about being respectful and not judging other people, and respecting how other people see the world. And, you know, once we can speak to each other without judgments, without forcing our own truths on people, once we can have respect and you know, compassion for each other, the world will change overnight. But it's up to each and every single person. If you're looking at this thinking you're never going to change that, you're never going to, that's because you're saying you're not going to change. All as you can do is change yourself, to you know, change your inner feelings, your, you know, the way you think, the way you act. You know, be more respectful. Just be confident in who you are. Appreciate yourself, and you know, stop looking outwards for sort of. Everyone seems to look outwards instead of inwards. We're always social media. People are on social media looking at someone who they can have a go at, looking at someone who they can get angry at, looking through the press to see who they can get angry at today, point fingers at whose fault is it today. Just look inwards at yourself and just, you know, just find yourself and just be comfortable with yourself, and just you act in you know, you take responsibility. We're all leaders. Every one of us is a leader in our community, every single person. And it's up to us to act that way, act as adults, you know, be a role model to the kids. The kids are looking up to us now. And, you know, you want the kids to see us being the best versions of ourselves as we can. And that'll inspire them to be the same. You know, we don't, the kids are looking at us and we're arguing and fighting and judging each other and pointing fingers and blaming, and it's, they're going to grow up being the same, and it's just going to be a never ever ending cycle of absolute chaos, and it's just going to have a negative effect on all of us. So it's up to every single person, you know, to take responsibility for their own actions, their own, you know, how they are in their community, and to realise that we're all, you know, we're all as worthy of each other. Every single one of us is as equal as each other, and we're all deserving of a better life. But that better life starts inside each one of us. I'm hoping a lot of good's going to come out. I'm hoping we're going to be more unified. I know at the minute it doesn't seem like that, but you know, there has been a lot of positives to take. People are waking up. People are realising, you know, something's not right. You know, and let's be honest, at the end of the day, you know, we are all different, and that's something to be, you know, that's something to celebrate. It's not something to like be angry about. You know, the fact that we're all different is good. We learn from each other. You know, the last thing, imagine if we were all the same, if we all looked the same, we all talked the same, we all had the same views and the same opinions and the same hobbies. It'd be so boring, wouldn't it? It'd be absolutely boring. You'd probably lose your mind. But the fact we're all different, we all have a different view of reality, we all have different looks, with different colours, with different creeds, you know, we have different cultures. That is something to be happy about, something to celebrate. You know, just be happy in yourself. You know, if you're constantly looking outside for something to complain about, you're going to find something. If you can't, you know, if you find peace inside yourself, and you know, you're happy with the world and you're grateful, you're going to get an amazing experience. So I just hope this reaches people. I hope, I don't know, it's just, I think it's just time for change now. It's time that we all realise that we're all one, we're all connected, you know, and we can create a better world. But it's up to each and every single individual to take responsibility and be the best version of themselves. I'm going to leave it there anyway for now. But like I say, look after yourselves, look after each other. And our motto, as our charity says, together we are strong. And that's never been more apparent than now. Together we are strong. Bye.